Welcome to my mini bite on Chrome bookmarks. Hopefully I'll be able to help you organize your bookmarks in a little bit better of a way and kind of shed some light on what bookmarks can do. So to follow along, just open up Chrome into another monitor so that way you can look on, see what I'm doing, and then try to reproduce it on the other monitor. I'm going to hide this for right now and then proceed. So what I wanted to show you is that I use my bookmarks extensively, so I thought this would be a really good workshop to have or webinar to have. And I use my bookmarks to find things quickly, to kind of put things where I can easily access them and get the information I need as quickly as possible without spending the time looking for things. So you can see here that I don't have any bookmarks on this computer, but what I wanted to point out is that Chrome can save bookmarks on the computer, and it also saves bookmarks in the cloud. And the fact that if you have your bookmarks saved in the cloud, you can sign into Chrome and have those same bookmarks appear on any computer that you use Chrome. So, for example, to test to see if you're signed into Chrome, you can click on the three dots or whatever you have over here on the top right, and then click on Settings. The first thing you should see here is something that says Turn on Sync. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to require me to sign in with my Stony Brook credentials. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you're already signed in, you will see it. You will have a different screen. And I'll get to that in a minute. I'll show you what it looks like when I sign in. So I sign in with my Stony Brook email and then my password. Okay. And while it's working, it's just going to confirm. Okay. And then I can click on Link Data, and then it's going to sync my my bookmarks here. They'll eventually show up, and here they are. Now, if you are already signed into Chrome, if you click on Settings here, oops, that didn't do it. Let me go to Settings. You should see that your name here and managed by Stony Brook University. Now, if I were to go home, if I want all my bookmarks here and I want them at home too, maybe I do work at home too, all I have to do is open up Chrome and sign in with my Stony Brook account. And then I have access to anything that I bookmark while I'm at work. I'll have access to that at home as well. So Cindy writes that she is, because the earlier question that I asked is what your thoughts were on bookmarks. Do you feel organized? Things like that. So Cindy writes, I'm okay with it, but sometimes I do feel stuck, and sometimes hard to find what bookmarks. Okay, good. So perfect answer, because I want to solve that question. Okay. So you can see here on top, if it's too small for you, try clicking on the icon with the four arrows. But you can see on top here that I have this apps, which I could talk about later, but it's not important to this workshop now. And then I have these bookmarks, and some of the bookmarks are actually folders, and these are folders of folders and other bookmarks. This one's kind of long. This one is more or less my archive, or rather my closet or toy box, whatever you want to call it. So when I don't need it up here anymore, but I still kind of need it, I just drag it into here. So the bookmarks bar up here, do you guys have that bookmarks bar? If you don't, you can turn on the bookmarks bar and turn it off by clicking on the top right of Chrome here and then going to bookmarks and show the bookmarks bar. You should also see the shortcut key. For my Windows computer, it's Control-Shift-B, and I like to use shortcut keys a lot. So if I wanted to show my bookmarks bar, or actually if I'm doing a webinar or I'm doing some sort of screencast on my computer and I want to quickly hide my bookmarks bar, I can just do Control-Shift-B and it hides it. And then I could see my bookmarks bar again by hitting Control-Shift-B again. So I can keep doing that. And that's how you quickly open and close your bookmarks bar. Welcome, Diane. How are you? I will have this recording set up for you in case anyone missed anything or needs to go over something again. What we're doing now, Diane, is just opening and closing the bookmarks bar in Chrome. So what you can do is keep this window open on one monitor, and if you have another monitor, open up Chrome in that monitor. And Diane, I know you have a Mac. So if you wanted to open or close your bookmarks bar like I'm doing here, you can probably do the keys Command-Shift-B. But if you can't do those keys, if those keys don't work, you can click on the top right, click on Bookmarks, or actually just hover over Bookmarks, and you can see Show Bookmarks Bar is checked, but you can also see what keyboard commands for your Mac to open and close the bookmarks bar. Okay, so that's all we did was sign into Chrome and open up the bookmarks bar. So how do I bookmark a page? Can somebody type in how they normally bookmark a page? And then I will probably be able to show you another way. Great. So everybody knows to click on the star and make it blue. Okay? And that's perfect. But let me show you another way. So let's open up a page that I think everyone would find useful. Okay? I want to find out the hours of campus dining. So we can type in, do a quick search, open up a new tab, do a quick search. I'm going to type in Stony Brook and campus dining hours. It's kind of important to me, you know, when the students are in session, when classes are not in session, when there's intermission, I want to know where I can get lunch. So I found the hours for campus dining, and I'm going to click on that to open up the page. And if I want to bookmark this, because you can see here that the hours kind of change, so they always put up a schedule. And that would be something that I would need. This was kind of cool too. I clicked on this map and it shows all the places for dining. So maybe we can bookmark this one. I kind of like that one too. So if I wanted to bookmark this, you guys said I can click on the blue star, which is absolutely correct. Okay. If I click on the blue star here, I can put in a name. And I would suggest always having the shortest name possible. So for this one, it's locations with a bar and then campus dining. It's very small and I apologize. But what you can do is just make it smaller. So I'll use acronyms that I'm familiar with, or I might just call this dining. And then I'll know it's dining hours or a dining map or something. And then I can choose what folder to put it in. All right, be careful with this because I always seem to lose bookmarks with that. Go ahead, click the down pointing arrow and say bookmarks bar. So it shows right on top. And then click done. And then you can see here I have this brand new bookmarks called dining, and I can always get to it just by clicking on the top here. Okay. Let me just remove it. I'm going to right click on it and then delete it. Another way to add a bookmark and then put it exactly where you want it is by dragging this padlock, and then you could put it here. I can move it over on this side of my bookmarks bar. I can put it inside of a folder if I hover over a folder, or I can put it on the side here. Okay. And if I don't need this right now or right on the bookmarks bar, I can tuck it into a folder. Do you guys have folders on your bookmarks bar? Do you guys think you made folders? Oh, you do? Okay. So let's talk about creating folders, because anything that's on this bookmarks bar, we can make folders. We can drag this stuff around. If I want this one over here, I can move it over here if I want to, and I can put it in a folder. So how do I create a folder? One thing I can do on the bookmarks bar is right click on it and then click on Add Folder. So go ahead and add a folder. Just right click on the bookmarks bar and click Add Folder. And then what you'd see, I'm just going to call this one Practice because I'm not really going to use it. And I have two options. I have the option to put it on the bookmarks bar, so it'll be on that bar that we can see here. I could also click the arrow to put it inside one of the folders that is on my bookmarks bar. Or if I don't want it on my bookmarks bar, I can put it in other bookmarks somewhere in here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in on my bookmarks bar and then click Save. And there's my practice folder. And then I think, since I have my campus dining locations here, hey, it changed the name. I'm going to put it in my practice folder, I think. So now when I go to my practice folder, my campus dining bookmark is in there. And if at any time you want to change the name of this, so I'm going to change that name back over there. I can right click on it, edit, and then change that name back to dining. I must have made an extra bookmark by accident. Okay. So we've created folders. We've moved bookmarks around. We created bookmarks. Here's something else I want to show you. So this Do It Training folder is a huge folder, and it has like all of my projects, and when I'm done with a project, I tuck it into the Do It Training folder. But this is very unorganized, and I prefer it to be in alphabetical order. You can see here that some of my recent folders are down at the bottom, and I kind of want them up on top with all my other folders, and I want everything alphabetized. So what I can do there to manage my folders or organize my folders a little bit better is I can go to Manage My Bookmarks bar at the top right of the screen. You can click on or hover over Bookmarks and then go to Bookmark Manager. And here is I can see all my bookmarks. So these are my other bookmarks. But this is my bookmarks bar. This is what I heavily use. And if I open up the Do It Training one, I can click on, I think it's this one, the three dots at the top right. So I'm in my Do It Training folder, and I can click on the three dots at the top right, and then I can sort by name. And then it sorted all my stuff. And then now, when I go down, all of my folders that were down at the bottom are now alphabetized up at the top. So let's just take a look at that on here. If I click on the Do It Training folder, I have all of my folders. And I know this is a big, huge, long list, but none of my folders are down here. They're all alphabetized up on the top. So they put folders on top and then just bookmarks that are not in folders on the bottom. All right. So two more things I want to show you, maybe three, is, let me go back to the campus dining page. And let's say I'm looking for a bookmark. Now, you know I have a ton of bookmarks in here, and I'm looking for one. And just going through that list is kind of daunting. So what I might do is I would prefer to search for it rather than to go through that list. So if I wanted to find, let me just close this one. If I wanted to find that campus dining page that we looked at, hi, I hope I don't butcher your name. Oh, I can't say it. If you can type in the phonetic sound of it, of your name, I would be very grateful. Ching. Oh, hi, Ching. Welcome. All right, so I got a little sidetracked. So if I wanted to search for a bookmarks, because I can't find it in here, gosh, I would type in, I'm going to look for that dining. And actually, it didn't index it, but so let me look for something else. I didn't leave myself an example. I'm going to search for this metrics. What I want to show you, just an example, is if I type in metrics, it shows my bookmarks down here. So let me give you a better example. Let me try that dining one. So if I just type in dining, you can see here it's pulling up my one of the my bookmarks. So what it does here, when you type in something in the search here, it suggests your bookmarks first. Let me see, what's in ADA? VPAT, that should be easy to find. So if I type in VPAT, and there it is. Usually it has like a little star over here to let you know it's actually a bookmark, but for some reason I don't see that. So go ahead and among your bookmarks that you know you've bookmarked, try to type in a keyword. It could be anything. It could be the title of the page, or it could be the name of the bookmark that you gave it. Ching, don't worry if you missed some of this, because I'll send you the record. I'll send everybody the recording. Okay. Let me see. I'm always looking for this form to shorten URLs. So let me see if I can find it. Shorten. Yep. Here it is. I typed in the word short, and it found my request a short Go URL. So did anybody not find something that they already have bookmarked? let's see, I'll go in here. Maybe I want to try to find this Air Watch and I didn't know where it was. So I'll type in Air Watch. And it looks like that's what it is. Oh, glad to hear it. So now we know we can make as many bookmarks as we want, but whatever we type in here, the bookmarks are going to be the first thing. So let me find something else. Let's see, CyberStart. That's a good word. So I'll type in, oops, cyber, and there it is. All right, so we can make bookmarks on as much as we want. Okay, so one last thing that I think would be really, really useful is, let's say I have a whole bunch of, so I'm going to open this one. I'm going to open my Google Keep. I'm going to open my Google Drive. I have a whole bunch of things open, and there may be some research. Maybe I was researching Chrome help. Okay, so here's Chrome help support. So I have all these tabs open, and then somebody tells me, oh, I should restart my computer, or something's not working right, got to restart my computer. Or let's say I'm leaving for the week, but I do want to get back to all these open bookmarks without having to, all these open pages without having to bookmark them all. What you can do, what Windows users can do, is press Control-Shift-D, and it will bookmark all your tabs into a new folder. So I'm going to choose to put it in Practice and then click Save. So now when I look in Practice, there's a new folder with all the stuff that I had opened up. There's another way to do that too. If you click on the top right and then click on or hover over Bookmarks, you can bookmark open pages, and it'll give you the shortcut key to the right of that. So any Mac users, Diane, maybe you can tell me what the keys are there at the top. So go, Diane, I see your question. Go to the top right of your screen, hover over Bookmarks, and then see where it says Bookmark Open Pages. Do you have that? You'll see the shortcut key. So it might be for Mac users, Command-Shift-D. I hope that's what it is. Hi, Busher. I hope I said your name correctly. I'll be sending the recording to everybody, so if you missed anything, you won't miss too much. So Diane, what were your keys? Do you see what your keys were? Was it Command-Shift-D? All right, so that is how to bookmark all open pages if you have to leave your computer or restart your computer, or if you wanted to have all these open pages on a different computer. You can bookmark all your open pages and then go to your different computer, sign into Chrome. We sign into Chrome in the settings, and then all your bookmarks will appear on that other computer because Chrome saves bookmarks in the cloud. Okay, so you're using the Windows side. Great, Diane. All right, so one last thing I want to leave you. It's a little bit off topic, but I think it's important because the purpose, I think, of this webinar is to help you find things as quickly as possible. And that's half the reason why we create bookmarks, right? Is to help us find those pages. So one thing I like to show people is, so we have this IT site, it.stonybrook.edu, and it contains a ton of information. Okay, but sometimes finding information on a website can be very difficult, especially if you can't find the search bar. Here's a little search field, or if it's too small, or for example, on my kids' school's website, they don't have a search bar. So I'm assuming a lot of people are left in the dark on how to find things. They have to navigate. They have to go into every single menu and try to remember where everything could possibly be in those menus. So let me show you a little hack. If I wanted to find anything on the IT site or my kids' public school site, I would type in the URL to it. So I got it.stonybrook.edu. And then if you do colon and then type in a keyword. So let's say I want to look for the mail merge page on the IT site. I can type in mail merge, colon, I like to do colon space mail merge. And the first results, what it does is it scours the Do It website, the IT site, for anything that has anything to do with mail merge. So it's only looking in the IT site if you type it that way. So, and again, what I typed in was it.stonybrook.edu/mail merge. And this is exactly what I was looking for. Let's say maybe there's something on the Stony Brook site, stonybrook.edu, right? And I want to find the holiday hours. So I might type in holidays. And let's see if that's one of the first ones. Holiday schedule for state employees. So that's exactly what I wanted to find. So if you do the URL and then put a colon, and then put your keyword, it's very likely that you'll find what you're looking for at the very top of the results. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to you. Did anyone try to search for something, maybe on their department website? Busher, am I saying, I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly. What department are you from? Oh, hi. All right, so that's all I had for you. And unless you have any questions for me, I'm going to close this meeting in about 2 minutes. And then I'll send off the recording to you guys probably in about an hour. So Diane writes, I clicked and dragged newly added bookmarks to the top of the list in the folder for easy access. Great. Oh, how do you edit bookmarks in the cloud? Okay, great. So if you want to edit any of these bookmarks, like if I wanted to like delete this one, I can just right click on it. Oops. Let me right click. Oh, it's not letting me right click because I got a mouse, a touchpad. There we go. So I right click on it. I can delete it. I can edit it. You know, and do whatever you want in here. And then you can also go to the top right of Chrome and then go to Bookmarks and play around in the Bookmarks Manager. And here is where, so for example, my Big Do It training folder has a lot of stuff in it. I can start deleting some stuff or renaming some stuff if I wanted to. And whatever is in here will reflect on whatever is up here. It's automatically saved in the cloud because when I signed in the settings, I signed in and it automatically saves that way. Okay. If you're not signed in, yet you have bookmarks on your workstation in Chrome, um, it'll sync it together when you sign in, so you'll get both. I know some people. I've worked with some people who are confused, like they signed in and saved some bookmarks, and then they signed out of Chrome, and they had some bookmarks, and they don't want to have any of them deleted. It'll all sync together when you sign in and click on sync. So the purpose of signing into Chrome is so that when you go on another computer and you sign into Chrome, you will get the same bookmarks, and they will. And if you make more bookmarks, they'll sync across devices. So I hope that answers any questions. I thank everybody for joining me, and I'll be sending off the recording in just a little while. If there's nothing else, have a wonderful weekend. Well, thank you. Thank you, Victor. Great, Cindy. I'm glad that this was useful to you. Please try to tell your friends that these tips that you've learned so everyone can be on the same page and find the things they need to find. All right, so if that's all, I'm going to close the meeting in another minute. Thank you, Diane. Have a wonderful weekend.